The Lazarus Effect, hitting theaters this Friday, takes sci-fi and horror movies to a whole new level. It's a story of a group of researchers who achieved the unimaginable, bringing the dead back to life. Star Olivia Wilde joins us now here on CT Style. We are so excited to have you here, Olivia. Welcome.
Thank you.
So let's get right into it. The Lazarus Effect. Give us an overview of the movie.
So it's a psychological thriller horror movie about medical researchers who are developing a serum to bring people back from the dead. And while they're testing the serum, one of their researchers, played by me, dies, and they decide to use the serum on me. But it turns out to be a very, 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 very bad idea.
So what would you say that your character Zoe's biggest challenge in the movie is?
Zoe's biggest challenge is that she wakes up and realizes that they've reanimated her, that she's alive, but not quite alive. She feels kind of stuck with one foot back in the place she went to when she died, which she feels is hell. So she's kind of going back and forth between the living world and the dead, and it's really terrifying for her. So her challenge is trying to make sense of what's happening to her, and then ultimately she tries to bring everyone into her hell with her.
Now, is this something scientists are actually trying to work on, or is this completely fiction here?
Well, actually, it's interesting. There are many stories about people dying and coming back to life, whether it's waking up in a morgue, which happened recently, or waking up after being pronounced dead, or babies being pronounced dead and suddenly coming back to life. It's a very weird, kind of unexplained phenomenon, and researchers are trying to figure out how they could synthesize a serum that would then allow them to do it on purpose. But they're not quite there yet. And I think, we were toying with the idea that there's medical research happening now that none of us are aware of, that they're far beyond where we think they are in terms of innovation, and that maybe we need to monitor what's happening in the scientific world to make sure that people aren't doing anything too dangerous.
Sure. Olivia, I want to switch gears just a little bit. You're a new mom. Your son Otis was born last April. Any advice for, well, I myself am an expectant mom. What about working and having a career?
Oh my gosh. I mean, being a working mom is the greatest feeling in the world. You feel so lucky. It's challenging too, but I think just really being present when you are with your kid, and I think, putting the phone away, leaving work at work, and just being there and enjoying those hours you have with your baby is just the most special time.
Sure, that's great advice. And you were actually pregnant while you were shooting the movie. Was that challenging?
Yeah, it was weird. I wasn't pregnant for the majority of shooting, and then we had to do reshoots. And so I came back, and I was 8.5 months pregnant. And it was a really weird visual to have me in the special effects makeup with the black orb lenses, really pregnant. It felt like a whole other horror movie. It felt like the sequel.
Oh, that's fantastic. We can't wait to see the movie. It opens up this weekend on Friday, The Lazarus Effect. Olivia, thank you so much for being here on CT Style.
Yes.